Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is March 8, 2019, the home of the 2-minute price prediction, as well as giving you all the news according to the chart. We're going to talk about Jim Cramer and him. Should you listen to him and buy these stocks that he mentions in his article right here? We do appreciate you all taking out the opportunity to watch this video today. If this is your first time watching this video, make sure that you all go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you like the video, the content that we are providing on this platform, make sure that you go ahead and like and share the video as well, because what we're here for is to give you all the news according to the charts, and as well as show you the simplicity that is in price predictions. Okay, we're not here to confuse you. That is running rampant across the internet spectrum, and we're just simply here to try to give everyone else the opportunity to see that there is a different style into price prediction and how to read charts. Okay, so we're going to do that by looking at this article from the street. This is part of Jim Cramer's organization, and in times of when the unemployment or non-farm payrolls come out and it is unexpectedly lower than what many people expected, he goes ahead and states that this is what you need to buy in order for the market to, or in order for you to maintain your profitability in this space. So we're going to go ahead and look at his picks and see whether or not the price chart is actually agreeing with what he said would be perfect vehicles for you to place your funds as we may see a dip in the economy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started in that. The article was uploaded today, March 8, 2019 by Catherine Ross and Jim Cramer. The title of it reads, Stocks to Buy After the Jobs Report, Jim Cramer. And it goes on into literally how the jobs report fell well short of a lot of analysts' expectations. The non-farm payrolls climbed by 20,000 jobs in February, down from January's pace of 304. They were expecting 180,500 jobs. So obviously that is a vast difference from what the market was anticipating. And in situations like this, you will go ahead and see that Jim Cramer states that this is when you buy Procter & Gamble PG. This is when you buy Clorox. This is when you revert to the tried and true names that do well in a slowdown. So apparently, given the low jobs number today in the market, we may be impending or about to go through a economic slowdown in the market. And Jim Cramer says literally to place your income or your funding into these two stocks. So we are going to pay attention to these stocks here on the price chart to see if they are actually going to continue to show us indications of strength in the market. Okay, so right now let's go ahead and see if the timing is right for individuals to place their funds into these two stocks. So the first one that we're going to go ahead and pay attention to is going to be Procter & Gamble. As you can tell here on this particular chart, I went ahead and have created this trading channel in the market for Procter & Gamble, and it has been trading well within these ranges. It has been bouncing off of support almost 4 times ever since 2001. It was the first time that Procter & Gamble bounced off of this channel that we have drawn on this chart, and maybe about 3 times it has came to hit resistance. And as you can tell right now, in the current month we're in, we're nearing the resistance area again in Procter & Gamble, which is around $104. So it is showing that it is extended, meaning that it is about time for this stock to give us a movement to the downside, which is one of the main reasons why timing is very important in the market. Okay, you definitely don't want to get in any financial instruments at the top, because severity will definitely happen and push these instruments to lower prices. Okay, so right now you can tell clearly that Procter & Gamble is at the top. It hasn't been up there to $100 ever. Okay, so even last month you can see here that Procter & Gamble has actually came and hit an all-time high, $100.45, and you can tell that the volume really didn't come into the market And last month, we're still showing some indications of some weakness coming to the market. So we're not necessarily saying that the market for Procter & Gamble is a buy right now. Now, maybe they have dividends, which is a positive thing to do in times of economic slowdown. But just for prospects of this stock moving to the upside, definitely seems as if it's going to be taking a break over the next couple of months or a couple of weeks. Okay, so the timing aspect of it, considering that the article came out today, the price chart is telling us that it is not the opportunity to come in and buy Procter & Gamble right now. You definitely want to wait and see how low the market will go to find support. And $96, ultimately $94 will be those two critical support areas in the market for Procter & Gamble to see if this particular stock will be able to maintain its strength. Okay, so the monthly chart is not showing us a lot of strength as to continuation of higher prices, not right now. Looking at it on the weekly chart as well, we're still seeing indication that the market in Procter & Gamble is getting tired, is getting a little bit weaker. So we are still expecting the market to move to the downside, only in the near term. That's why I have identified $96 as well as $94 to be areas of support in order for us to see a continuation of higher prices. Okay, so right now Procter & Gamble is not the opportunity to buy these stocks according to this price chart. So Jim Cramer is incorrect in that particular notion. We would definitely have to wait and see how low this particular stock will move in order to maintain its ability to be a buy from Jim Cramer's standpoint from the price chart. So I'm looking at $96 all the way down to $94. Procter & Gamble cannot break $94 to the downside in order for this stock to maintain its strength and ability to move higher. Now let's go ahead and look at the next one. Okay, now the next one on this particular chart, on this particular article that Jim Cramer was talking about, was Clorox. Okay, and Clorox as well is in a very strong bullish move. The market recently on the monthly chart during the month of November of last year made an all-time high, all the way up there, $167.70, and ever since then this particular stock could not move to the upside. So we're still taking a break in the market in Clorox. We have been extending. We have seen a very good movement to the upside starting in the month of May of 2018, and ever since then we've been moving higher. And it's under the perception that the price chart is telling us that it has reached a climax up there around $167. So again, Clorox as well is telling us that higher prices currently is not in play. Let's take a look at it on the weekly chart real quick. Weekly chart, you can still see here how the market is still giving us some indications of some weakness coming in this space. $160 is plaguing Clorox of moving to the upside. I can maintain that the market participants are definitely absorbing a lot of the weakness that is coming into the market for Clorox, and the fact that this particular stock is able to hold $155 as support. Now, I can tell you, if you were to weigh it, that the weakness is definitely more present than it is with the strength. Okay, so I'm not seeing a true continuation of higher prices just yet. Until we see Clorox break to the upside $160, this stock will continue to hold its consolidation of trading, and as well continuation to the downside. Okay, so we're not necessarily all that strong in the market in Clorox. We are trading around this resistance line that we have drawn in this chart. So again, it is plaguing Clorox from moving higher at this particular time. So the price chart in Clorox as well is not telling us that the timing is actually right now to come into Clorox and buy this particular stock. Definitely want to wait and see. We wait and see until we get some support to come in the market. As I had stated, was $155, but the weakness is still coming in. So we're not actually out of the woods yet of this particular stock moving lower in price. Okay, so right now both of these stocks, according to the price chart, are not buy opportunities right now. Jim Cramer, the article came out today on the street. I will have a link of it in the description of this video if you guys want to go ahead and read it. and just go ahead and buy these stocks. Yes, but timing is very, very important whenever you all continue to come into the market. And right now, these price charts are literally telling us that they are not buy opportunity as of this particular moment. We need to wait and see how low these stocks will go before we'll find support. There you go. If you guys would like to have more information about what we do, our organization, go ahead and go to our HueFinancial.com website. You can also get a subscription there for $10 a month, to where you will only get access to our information that's not available anywhere else. So if that sounds of interest to you, definitely go ahead and go to the link that is going to be in the description of this video as well, and you can sign up once you go to HueFinancial.com. But in the meantime, make sure that you all go ahead and maintain your profitability and always focus on the price chart.